here, we want to take a few minutes out of your day to talk about management. Management is the foundation for all dog training. So if you're ever working with a dog trainer and they're recommending things like baby gates or a kennel or a long line or maybe even closing the blinds, anything like that, your dog trainer isn't taking the easy way out. They're laying the foundation for all training that comes next, because we first have to manage the practice of bad behaviors before we can start working on replacement or good behaviors. So let's talk about some management tools. They're not all that complicated, and I'm sure you probably already have quite a few of these in your house. The very first item on that list is a dog collar. It's one of the first things we buy for our dogs, and this allows us to have control over our dog, or well, some control. It allows us to quickly and safely get a hold of our dogs should they be doing something they shouldn't be doing. Now, I'm not talking about any kind of yanking or pulling on this. I'm just talking about simply being able to get a hold of our dog and move them around. What you won't find on this list of management items are any kind of prong collars or choke chains, or e-collars or electric shock collars. Those are not management items we want to work with our dogs. They can actually make bad behaviors worse. But that's not what we're talking about in this video, so let's continue on. The next item on our management list is going to be a front clip harness. Now, you could also use a head halty or a gentle leader, just some form of equipment that allows us to have just a little bit more control over our dog. These are also great because they're going to help with that pulling you might be experiencing on a leash. And what happens to be our next item on our list of management tools is a leash. A regular 4 to 6 foot leash is great. Now imagine taking a teenage dog out who doesn't listen to you, who doesn't really care about what you have to say, into a busy, populated area. Is that dog going to listen to you? Probably not. But a leash helps prevent them from taking off. Now, my most favorite management tool for out and about work, as I'm sure you know, is a long line. A long line is basically just a long leash. It can be 15 to 20 feet. It can be even longer than that. But I like to stay around 20 feet. Anything more than that, and it kind of just gets jumbled in your hands. This allows you to give your dog more freedom to smell things, explore their environment, but they can't take off on you. Arent. Thank you. CJ wants to be the star of every video, as he should. Now, for when you're not out and about, items for at home. A kennel is a great item to have for management, or an X-pen. An X-pen is basically just a moldable kennel. There's no base and there's no top, but it prevents your dog from being able to run out and get into things they shouldn't be doing. A lot of people think kennels are this horrible thing and they're these cages for their dogs, and it's just not nice to put your dog in there. But let me tell you what, that's not the case. Your dog's kennel can become kind of their happy place, their safe place, where they choose to go when they're maybe feeling a little anxious, a little nervous, or maybe they just want some time away from you. A kennel is a great management tool. It also allows you to have a few minutes where you know your dog isn't getting into things they shouldn't. Especially when your dog is a puppy. If you want to take a shower without your dog chewing on your baseboards or getting into the garbage, a kennel is a great item to have. Or you can use that X-Pen as well. We also can use these items for timeouts. Now, I know you've probably read that you shouldn't use your kennel or an X-Pen for anything negative. Now, a timeout doesn't have to be a negative thing. If you're dragging your dog over there and yelling at them and then leaving them for 6 hours in their kennel, yeah, that's going to be negative. But a timeout shouldn't be longer than 30 seconds. You just calmly bring them over to their kennel, put them in there, and let them back out. And then your dog will learn, oh, chewing on the baseboards isn't the best idea. So think about having a kennel. Now there are some other management items around your house that you don't even have to go out and purchase. Like I was talking about earlier, blinds can be a management item. So if your dog barks at the mailman or barks at people walking down the street all day, close your blinds. I know it seems like that's not going to fix the problem, and it's not, but it's going to help prevent them rehearsing that bad behavior and getting better at it. So for the time being, you'll close the curtains, and then we'll work on better behavior. But closing the blinds is a management tool. It prevents them from continuing barking. A couple other management items you have around the house are doors. You wouldn't leave your front door open so your dog can just run in and out all day whenever it wants. You close your front door to keep your dog inside. So doors are a great management item. You don't want your dog going through the bathroom garbage? Close the bathroom door. You don't want them to have free access to your bed while you're gone? Close the bedroom door. Or do what we do and just let CJ have all that access to the bedroom. So management doesn't have to be hard, and it doesn't have to be forever. Yes, I still own 3 kennels and 2 X-Pens and more baby gates than I need, but I don't use them every day. I use them when I'm raising a new puppy, when I'm raising that adult dog that I want for the rest of my life. So management isn't forever, guys. Use the leashes, use the long lines, close the blinds, close doors. Teach your dog now while they're still young what you expect of them, and you'll have a great adult dog. I hope this helps kind of break down what some management items are and how you can use them and how it doesn't have to be that difficult. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. I'm always here to help. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Go train your dog and tell them I say hi.